Can I ask a question
certainly.
there about the history? Because when I went to seminary, Protestant seminary, and studied church history, we jokingly say that we pretty much jumped from the apostles to Martin Luther and then learned it from there. You majored in history. Did you get a bit more than that, than the usual? Did you actually read some of the fathers? Did you read Augustine? And
I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you. One of the things that is part and parcel of Protestant identity is the notion that the early church was sound, and that we're never told exactly what we mean by the early church. Okay, we don't know when early church falls away, but at some point, the church allegedly falls away from the purity of the gospel, only to be recovered by Martin Luther in the 16th century. And so that's part and parcel of the storyline. Now, when you get to seminary and you begin to study, and you really press and say, okay, well, who were these early Christians? All right. The only answer that you're ever given, they love the church father, Augustine of Hippo. They love Augustine because Augustine has a very high doctrine of grace. He loves the Bible, and they think they find some commonalities in Augustine. So our study of the fathers in seminary really majored on a few themes when we could find areas of commonality, particularly in Augustine, in his battle with the Pelagian heretics over the issues of grace and justification and salvation. They would gravitate towards those issues, and they would always interpret them with a very Protestant slant. So that's really my exposure at this stage of my education to the fathers.
Because I think I remember using a textbook from one of the professors at Trinity. I could guess his name, but maybe I shouldn't use it here, but it was a book on historical theology, in which he took themes, the Lord's Supper or salvation, and looked at it historically. But it was, when I look back, it was proof texting.
It was proof texting. That's
picking
right.
from Augustine or maybe whatever father, that a text from their writings that was in line with the way we presently view, or at least see the trajectory of it.
That's right. That's right. Definitely so.